Welcome to Southern Louisiana, a place where culture and cuisine perfectly combine to form one of the most unique regions in the United States. Lafayette is better known as the heart of Cajun Country and the cultural epicenter of Louisiana's heritage. For the next 3 days, I'm exploring as much of this area as I can, including swamp tours and museums, trying some of the best Cajun dishes in the area, and more. Good morning from Lafayette, Louisiana. Well, technically Scott, Louisiana. I'm here at Cajun Harley-Davidson documenting the 2024 Cajun Country Hog Rally on behalf of Harley-Davidson, working on their HD app for content. Doing my photographer thing here. But I wanted to take you guys along for the ride because I wanted to come down to Southern Louisiana for a while now. I grew up in Texas. I absolutely love Cajun culture, and this is just not an area I get to come down to very often, and the food down here is really, really good. But let's back up to yesterday, actually, before we get into today's ride, because I got to see some pretty cool stuff yesterday, so just reverse this here for a second. So I feel like you can't come to Lafayette and truly experience Lafayette without coming to Old Time Grocery. This place has been recommended to me so many times to get a po' boy, so of course I had to get a shrimp po' boy, and this is a half. They do make full ones too, but I don't need that much food because we got a lot more eating to do. But I got it dressed, which means that it also has tomato and mayonnaise and lettuce and all the other things on it. I've heard nothing but good things about this place, so I am so excited to eat this. This bread is incredible. So for those of you who are not from the Gulf Coast, you probably don't know this, but you can definitely tell a difference between a Gulf Coast shrimp versus maybe an Atlantic shrimp or a farm-raised shrimp. And these shrimp are so good. Like, this sandwich is like a taste of home for me since I grew up in Texas on the Gulf. This is just, it's so good. I can't believe this is a half sandwich. This is massive. Trying to film this video right now when it's super windy out is proving to be a little difficult because things keep trying to fly everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished up, and then we'll hit the road and go to our next spot. One of my favorite parts about this event is that they had pre-made ride routes that were available in the HD app. And since I'd be focused on group rides the next 2 days, I decided I'd try a shorter, self-guided ride route to an area that was nicknamed the end of the road. You know, I was just thinking to myself how the weather is so amazing for April. It's sunny and like 75 right now, especially here in Louisiana. This weather is incredible when this place is quite literally a humid swamp most of the year. And I was thinking about how, you know, there's no mosquitoes and I haven't been bitten yet. And I'm standing here and there's these giant mosquitoes biting me through my jeans. So I'm going to cut this very short and just give you a brief explanation. So I went ahead and just took one of the ride routes from the dealership, the end of the road run, and it's about an hour south of Cajun Harley-Davidson, and it drops you here at the Intracoastal Waterway. I actually got to see a big barge ship move through the locks just a little while ago, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it was nice. I got to go past some little crawfish ponds where they were harvesting crawfish, or at least that's what I think they were doing. Just a nice, you know, chill 2-lane country back road, especially from Abbeville down to here. The last 20 miles was beautiful. But with that being said, we're gonna head over to Abbeville because I was told that there's a spot that I have to stop at and get a crab cake. So that's what we're gonna do next. So the next stop on the list is Dupuy in Abbeville, Louisiana. This place has been here for over 150 years in this exact location, and it came highly recommended by everyone that was at Cajun Harley-Davidson this morning, from Hog Chapter members to some of the employees there. So I figured it's on the way back to the dealership for the afternoon, so why not stop here on the way? Now Dupuy is actually like famous for their oysters, but I don't really eat oysters, so I went ahead and just got a crab cake and gumbo. Let's go ahead and dive in. That is an excellent crab cake. I love crab cakes, but this is so good. The cream sauce on top is fantastic. Like, this is just a whole lump piece of crab right here. That's so good. That was a great recommendation. Now, the other thing that I got was the seafood gumbo. Gumbo is a big deal in Louisiana. You will see it on a lot of menus, especially like Cajun menus, and it's basically a kind of stew. This one is seafood, so it's got crab, shrimp, and oysters in it. I don't typically eat oysters. This place, Dupuy, is actually known for their oysters, but I won't eat them on the half shell. It's just not personally my favorite thing in the world, so I figured I would go ahead and try their seafood gumbo. I usually get chicken and sausage gumbo, but when you're here, you gotta, you know, do the thing. Now this one has a big oyster in it, so this is about as oystery as I get. Oh yeah, it tastes like dirt, like an oyster. They're not exactly my favorite things in the world. This is how you know that the cream sauce was really good, because I'm literally scraping the plate before I leave. Oh, that's so good. Now today we're actually going to be doing a couple of rides, and we're going to start out doing the Boudin Run. I was told that this is something I had to do at this event, and essentially we're going to be stopping at multiple Boudin spots along the way and trying different types of Boudin, and I'm very excited because I love Boudin. So let's go ahead and get on the road. I actually let the group go ahead of me so that I could photograph them leaving, so definitely running a little behind here, so let's go catch up to them. Here's a fun fact about Louisiana. You'll never hear someone say that they visit here for the quality of the roads. They're pretty bumpy, to put it nicely. However, the food here is amazing, and the locals can definitely pick out a food destination and make a great ride out of it. The first stop on the Boudin Run took me 45 minutes northeast from the dealership to T-Boy's Slaughterhouse in the small town of Mamou.
You have the edible, inedible, and then you got mine as the best. And I got all the awards to prove it.
People will drive out of their way to stop at T-Boy's, where they make their award-winning traditional Boudin fresh, using all parts of the pig, which is processed completely in-house. The pork meat is simmered, then drained, ground, and then heavily seasoned and combined with vegetables such as onions, celery, and bell peppers, plus cooked rice. Like many small gas stations and general stores in Louisiana, T-Boy's offers ready-to-eat boudin and cracklins, in addition to fresh pre-seasoned meats that you can take home and cook yourself. Or you can sit outside and enjoy your Cajun snacks at a picnic table. I wish I could smell this. It smells so good. So the first thing that we're going to be trying is just regular boudin. This doesn't have like any special flavoring in it. You can add cheese to them. You can pretty much add whatever you want to boudin these days. But this is just your good old regular boudin. You kind of see there all the rice and goodies. Now I've had a lot of boudin over the years, but I can already tell that this is special. The casing is pretty thin on it. It's also very warm, which I'm super excited about. Let's just go ahead and dig in. Oh my god. That was incredible. Wow. It is perfectly spicy. Some people might say this is really spicy. I don't think it's spicy at all, but wow. This is true. I get why he's won so many awards. Let me just put it that way. I would pick boudin over regular sausage any day of the week. That's how much I like boudin, and this is really, really good boudin. Last but not least, we're gonna try traditional pork cracklins. I've actually never had a real pork cracklin before. So here's kind of what they look like here. Nice and fried. A little piece of goodness. Wow. This should be a good one. This is like all fat. So much flavor. I really like these kind of fatty style ones. The ones that have meat on them are a little more chewy, but they're so good. I think if you like pork rinds, you'll really, really like these. These are a step above, for sure. Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. That's the pass that goes with your bike, on your pouch, or on you, either or.
Now I went ahead and broke off from the Boudin ride because there's something else I wanted to do today down south, and that is go to the Tabasco Museum and Factory. They make Tabasco hot sauce here, and they always have. It's a Louisiana staple. But there's something else you can get here, and that's ice cream. So before we go check out the factory and everything here, we're gonna go grab ice cream because the country store closes in 15 minutes. I barely made it here on time, so let's go check it out. So now that I've absolutely panicked and rushed to get down here, I found out that that little store actually stays open a little while longer, but I'm glad I was able to get some of their famous ice cream. So they changed the flavors out consistently. So the one that I was actually told I needed to get isn't available right now, but I was able to get it in a bottle. Okay, I got a couple of them because there are some Tabasco flavors you can only get here. This raspberry chipotle one is the one that everyone told me that I had to get, but they don't have it right now. So I got their jalapeno one, and I'm super excited to try it. At home, I put their chipotle Tabasco sauce on my eggs like every morning, and that was the other ice cream flavor. So I was like, let's try something a little different here. So I went ahead and got the jalapeno. It's just like a subtle hint. Ooh. It's kind of spicy, like a little bit. That's super interesting. I never thought that I would be like, man, I love jalapeno ice cream, but this is really good. This is well worth breaking off from the Boudin Run for, as much as I would have loved to eat more Boudin. I am so full from T-Boys. Ice cream's like the perfect way to top it off. Tabasco sauce has been made on Avery Island, Louisiana by the McElhenney family for over 5 generations. Edmund McElhenney grew his first commercial pepper crop in 1868. The next year, he sent out 658 bottles of sauce at $1 a piece wholesale to grocers around the Gulf Coast, particularly in New Orleans. He labeled it Tabasco, a word of Mexican Indian origin, believed to mean place where the soil is humid. McElhenney secured a patent in 1870, and Tabasco sauce began its journey to become a worldwide hot sauce brand. Today, Tabasco sauce, the basic recipe, the process by which it's made, and the ingredients remain virtually unchanged. Tabasco is labeled in 36 languages and dialects, in addition to being sold in over 195 countries and territories. It's the most famous pepper sauce in the world. If you get the chance, I'd recommend visiting Avery Island and taking the self-guided tour. You'll learn a lot about the brand, in addition to the unique history and geography of Avery Island, the home of Tabasco sauce. You'll need at least an hour to an hour and a half to do the entire self-guided tour, but you could easily spend an entire afternoon checking out everything here, including the jungle gardens, which I didn't have time to see since I had to get back to work. But keep your eyes peeled. You just might see a black bear. It's been a while since I've seen a bear-proof trash can, but there are black bears here on Avery Island, which is so wild. There's also black bears in Mississippi as well as the Panhandle of Florida, so like it's not that surprising, but I don't know. You just have to be down here to like be surprised by the fact that they don't have just alligators out here. The tour was pretty cool. It took me like an hour, I want to say, to really walk everything and read most of the little signs and stuff inside. It is self-guided, so you can go at your own pace. You can take more time if you want or less time, but it's definitely pretty cool. The first thing that I went into was the country store, which is where I got the ice cream right here. And then right next door, there is a restaurant and you can eat here, but the restaurant closed at 2:30. And to be completely honest, I'm still so full from the Boudin at T-Boy's because he gave me so much extra Boudin and cracklins. I'm so full still and it was so good. I'm still so hyped on that experience. It was so cool. I don't need to go to the restaurant today. Little behind the scenes moment for y'all here. I'm waiting on some people to come around the corner here on their bikes, but it was so funny because they recognized me from the Arkansas tourism guides, the motorcycling guides, and this guy goes, "You look a lot like the girl in the Arkansas book." And I was like, "Oh, that's me." And so then we were talking about it, and long story short, I've had multiple people come up to me over the last 2 days alone. I still have a whole nother day here in southern Louisiana, and I've just had so many people talk about how I've basically inspired them to take a trip to Arkansas, and I love that. Let me know down in the comments below if you've gone to Arkansas because of one of the videos I made. I love Arkansas. I love Louisiana too. This has been so fun the last 2 days, but thank y'all for letting me be a part of your adventures. It is so cool to hear y'all's stories. I love it. All right, now today is the third and final day of the Cajun Country Hog Rally, and I am here bright and early at 7:15 in the morning because today we are doing a swamp tour. I've never seen an alligator before, at least like in the wild, and I'm so excited to do that. We haven't even got on the boat yet. I'm about to see my very first alligator. Right over there.
Come on, I just walked on the boat. Open. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I love that they have them all named. The little one's name is Pee-wee. Before we're even on the boat, there's another one like right here named Junior. That's hilarious.
We're all body positive here at McGee's, you know, but who you want to see, an alligator named Pee-wee or an alligator named Hank the Tank, right? Yeah, we want to look for Hank the Tank.
McGee's swamp tour takes roughly an hour and a half, and on the way you'll learn about the history of the Acadian people who are better known today as Cajuns, the Atchafalaya Basin, and the flora and fauna that call these swamps their home. Had I not done the swamp tour, I would have never known that these bald cypress tree stumps, which are viewable from the interstate as you ride over the Atchafalaya Basin, are from a period when logging operations nearly clear-cut the area of old forest bald cypress that were over 1,000 years old. Today, bald cypress trees are protected in Louisiana, but only a few scattered old-growth stands remain, some of which are close to McGee's. Eventually, we made it to a quiet little cove where we got to see a bunch of alligators. To my surprise, they're much smaller in real life. TV shows had led me to believe that they're large and aggressive monsters, and while I have no interest in going for a swim with them, I definitely have a new perspective and better understanding of these animals.
Thanks for coming to McGee's, everybody.
That was so cool. You got to see a ton of gators, all different sizes of them. Also, I think honestly my favorite part was all of the history lessons and fun facts that the boat driver provided for us. I learned so much about the swamps, and I think that alone was honestly the highlight. Like, I was so excited to see a gator in real life, but I think that was the coolest part, was just learning so much about alligators as well as just southern Louisiana and this area as a whole. So definitely something I would recommend. And next time, maybe I'll even do one of the airboats. I definitely want to try one of those one day. For now, though, I think it is time to go get some crawfish. Now, there's a few good reasons to visit southern Louisiana in the middle of April. One of the reasons being the weather's pretty great, but the other is that it is crawfish season. The crawfish are starting to get big, and since I'm so close to the crawfish capital of the world right now, I decided why not ride over here to Breaux Bridge and check out Crazy About Crawfish. This place has come highly recommended, so I wanted to be sure and check it out while I was here because I love crawfish. And I can be a little picky about them because I want them to be spicy, and I was told if I came here I would not be disappointed. So I went ahead and ordered 3 pounds of their crawfish, as well as 2 of these little like cornbreads with crawfish etouffee on top. And something that Louisianans do is they make this dip sauce with their crawfish. Now, growing up in Texas, I never really saw this at places. Maybe I just never ordered it, I don't know. But it's like a mayonnaise ketchup-y kind of mixture. I'll actually put the description right here because I don't actually know. But traditionally, crawfish also comes with corn and potatoes, sometimes mushrooms and sausage. It's different everywhere you go and which style of crawfish you do. Sometimes if you do like a big family style crawfish dinner where they just come and throw them on the table and everyone eats, all those things are mixed in with the crawfish when they're boiling. But this is pretty standard: potatoes, corn, crawfish, and I figure we might as well bite into one now. So, proper way to eat a crawfish: you're gonna break this little tail from its body and then pull the meat out. Ooh-wee. That's a good little piece of meat right there. Now, growing up in Texas, we used to joke around and say that Louisianans kept all the good-sized crawfish for themselves and gave us what they didn't want. And since being here, this is the second time I've had crawfish, and I'm really starting to believe that, because every piece of crawfish I pull out of these, first of all, that's really good. It's huge. They only serve giant crawfish here, which is amazing. And that is a spicy, flavorful crawfish. This is a good spot. We'll go ahead and try some of this dip here. Try it with the little baby crawfish. I've been here long enough, I'm starting to talk like the locals. That's good. It is kind of like a mayonnaise ketchup-y. It's almost like a burger sauce. I think it's a good way to describe it. Those crawfish were so good. Definitely highly recommend this place. I would absolutely come back here if I was in Breaux Bridge again. But there's one other thing that I ordered that I haven't tried yet, and that is these little cornbreads covered in crawfish etouffee. Like I mentioned, they're like a jalapeno cheese cornbread, so I'm pretty excited about this.
Is it like a
Wow.
How is everything?
That's really good.
Good. Okay, just let me know if you need something.
Okay, thank you. Cajun food is just so good. It is spicy. If you get good Cajun food, there is some heat to it, but there's something different about Cajun spice compared to, like, I don't know, Mexican food spicy. Cajun food just has so much more flavor involved with it, and I love it. Like, it's truly one of my favorite styles of food. That food was so good, but now I gotta get back to the dealership to take some more pictures. And then, of course, I think we'll have to go get a little bit more food this afternoon because we haven't had any dessert yet. And I feel like that's something that we need to do while we're here in Cajun Country. Well, it's been a couple of months. I'm currently at home editing this video, only to realize that I never filmed an outro, nor did I go get any dessert that day. I was actually so exhausted after 3 days of work, shooting photography stuff for 14 hours a day, because at the end of the day, every day, I would have to go back to my hotel and edit this stuff for the client. So I was exhausted. So yeah, oops. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up by trying this Chipotle raspberry Tabasco hot sauce with none other than some homemade Bluebell vanilla, and the cap's falling off here, but luckily I already poured some vanilla ice cream here in a bowl at home, and we're just gonna go ahead and put some, oh wow, some of this sauce right on top. Now I don't know how much I'm supposed to put on here, so we're just gonna test this out together. Let's get a little pisu that has quite a bit of hot sauce on it. Okay, I get it now. I'm adding more. I will go back to the Tabasco factory just to get more of this hot sauce, y'all. Oh my gosh. I might have added a little too much this time, but it's not spicy at all. It's much more of a just raspberry. It's super, super good. I'm actually eating everything in this bowl. It's turning into slush right now, but this right here is the business. Highly recommend getting a bottle or two of this and taking it home with you if you visit. With that bowl being devoured, I think that's officially going to do it for this video. I had so much fun getting to visit southern Louisiana and spend a few days down there. When I said at the beginning of this video that it is an area of the country that I've wanted to make a video on, that's an understatement. I have wanted to make a video down there for so long, and I'm just so glad that it finally worked out, even if it was a little bit hard for me to juggle my photography job for the client with my YouTube channel trying to film a video. I know this video was a little bit different than what I typically do over here. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all on the road. Later, y'all.